Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the technical delay and thank you for waiting and bearing with us. You do join us on court one, and that's a good catch to pick us up. I'll explain a little what's gone on, and his eyes are all the way. He's distracted there, number 0 for the Spanish squad. Neither of these squads we've seen. Barado, he does have the nickname Iceman on his back. Not quite sure what that relates to, but so a 1v4. Mark Megginson plays in the English leagues, but plays nationally for France. France 2-0 up in this game. I'm joined finally by John Rutland.
Apologies, Greg. Never been good at multitasking, and I've just proven that today.
Exactly that. But 2-2, and Spain will be proud of that. Spain have changed a lot over the past 3 years. We've not really seen much of them in past championships. They didn't actually compete in the men's division in 2019.
No, but it was their first tournament that they came to compete as Spain at the EF European Dodgeball Championships. So it's great to see they've come back and with a full roster this time.
Yeah, indeed. Currently ranked 19th in Europe. The French men's currently ranked 10th. So quite a big gap in that, but it's 2-2 after 2 sets, and they'll be proud of themselves after that.
Spain are definitely a country that is trying to take dodgeball really seriously. They've had lots of activity over the pandemic. Speaking to various coaches from different countries who have been doing scouting, they've been speaking with Spain, and they've been competing outside and indoors when possible. So they've had that flexibility over the last couple of years. So already we're seeing some really strong performances from the Spanish team, and looking forward to see how they compete against a strong French team as well. Yeah,
and we see some of those familiar faces back in the French team. Vincent Renard still playing, and a good dodgeballer. But yet again, France with plenty of new talent as of the women's that we saw. Oh, and Barado picks up the catch. Maybe that's why he's called Iceman. He's cool and collected in that instance.
Great catch there in a really awkward position, but unfortunately his success is short-lived.
No catch hit first. Sam Mason calls out, so Vincent, the only one left in that France side. This is the opportunity for Spain to go out.
That ball thrown just within 1 metre of the French player there, so referees are not going to be calling that invalid.
And there it is, a 1v1. 3 balls on the side of the Spanish. No, number 23 wasn't out. It looked like he was heading out of court, but
the Spanish player looks a little bit nervous there that Vincent was going to get the catch. So he just put it into the ground just before him, trying to force Vincent to reach for that catch, but didn't.
Yeah, Spain are happily going to play that 2 ball, and now they've finally got that 3rd ball. It'll be on their side to make a play.
Again, you can just see a couple of nervous throws there from the Spanish, not looking to give away the catch in the dying seconds of this set.
And just 10 seconds left. A good block there, a jump over one, and he holds a hold, and that's a good hold at that. Vincent will have to make the move to finish the set. Oh, and as he plays the leap of faith, a smart move. He's got to make that hit in the dying seconds. If he makes that successful leap of faith, he'll still be a live player, and he'll still be in.
And France early on have called the timeout.
Interesting, a very interesting timeout.
The coach is obviously not happy there, going 2 sets down to just 1 to France so far, looking to reset what they're doing tactically.
Yeah, Spain started off very strong. We've not really seen much of the Spanish men's side over here. I don't even think we've seen any on court one, but they've, like you said, they've disrupted a couple of a couple of strong teams, definitely disrupting this French team, and a good timeout called, although early on.
Yeah, very early there from the French coach. Going back to Reynolds, leap of faith there. He actually became the silhouette of British dodgeball for the logo that's used throughout a lot of the branding.
Okay.
That's Vincent. That's Vincent.
Fair play. I did not know that.
Yep, that was Vincent. And he's on everything. He's on loads of documents.
Does he get like merch money from that?
I don't know if he knows it's him. Who knows? Maybe I've let the secret go. Maybe I've just cost British dodgeball a lot of money right now. But yeah, it took place at the first Northern European Championships in Middlesbrough.
Interesting.
I've got plenty more of those great stats coming your way.
Fun facts. There is a hashtag, I believe, on social media. So if you are watching at home, maybe take a photo of your setup and tag that hashtag. I'll find out what the hashtag is before I start advertising it.
So the Spanish team have quick out the blocks, wanting to get this game back underway. What are the French going to change tactically?
That hashtag is Dodgeball Euros NL 2022.
Why didn't you remember that?
I don't know. That's so easy. And a good catch for the Spanish. Number 27 from that Spanish side, picking up the catch. That's Victor Malor. I believe people are watching all the way in Australia.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
The Australians are watching. I'm sure that with Worlds coming up and the cloth division, Australia and other international teams will be looking for tactics that are picked up by a lot of the European countries.
No, definitely the standard of competition so far this weekend has been absolutely brilliant. At the moment, it's definitely wide open to which teams are going to be progressing through to the knockout stages, and there's been some good results as what we were expecting. A few upsets here and there.
Yeah, we've seen Hungary cause a couple of upsets. We're seeing one, I could say right now, Spain men currently beating French men, and that under current record and current rankings under European dodgeball is a bit of an upset here. I'm sure a lot will want to change, and that's a hit from Mark Megginson there, and that's a double out and a good throw from Mark Megginson.
One of the French men's strengths is their throwing power, and just about seeing it on court right now. What can the Spanish do? Oh, maybe just a single ball hit there, actually. Number 4's back on the court. Campoy lucky there, I think, to be on court, but the referees made the decision that he wasn't hit. Some good aggressive fakes there from the Frenchmen. Just trying to make their throws a little bit more unpredictable.
Oh, and that's a good delay. The leap of faith from Spain, a risky play. Mark Megginson is actually out for that, but because of a line infringement, if he's hit out normally, Perla is still in for that, and that his life will stay valid. Oh, and that's one hit out, but he doesn't take the catch. That is so unlucky. They could have been going up 6-2 in that instance, but France draw it up after a good early timeout.
The referees asking for a bit of calm from the crowd there to make sure the players can hear the whistle, and the game is back underway. Spain winning that middle ball, not taking advantage of a quick start. It wasn't won cleanly, so choose to set and go with 3.
And a good 1-for-1. Vincent slightly unlucky there because the Spanish player does release quite late, but it's deemed a valid live ball from the ref. Oh, and that's the ball pops up, but no one there to obtain.
Campoy looking for that catch again, but again drops it there.
Yeah.
Looking disappointed with himself.
Yeah, very agile players, the Spanish men's team. Unfortunately, can't get out of the way of that. A bit of a commentator's curse as
I was
we...
going to say that's 3 in a row right there. Greg not really showing their agility right there, but in previous sets they definitely have.
Dodgeball, one of the only teams... the Spanish dodgeball team, there we go. Get the words out. Oh, only one of the teams that do have multiple kits over the 4 days. I'd like to see maybe one day like 4 kits. 4 kits, 4 days. Austria could deliver it. It could be black, white, red and gold. You'd be a bit arrogant maybe with the gold, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing, isn't it, at the Euros here, where players at the end of the competitions try and swap as many jerseys as they can, and I know a few players are after the Spanish shirt with the loud design and the number 10 for Spain just falling out the back of the court there.
Yeah, Mark Megginson proving a bit of a dangerous style of winger there on that left side. He's playing crucial plays there for France. He's probably brought them back in these 2 sets on that left side. A good timeout. We're maybe a bit worried that the timeout was a bit early from France, but a good timeout after winning the next 2 sets. A 90-second set left now on the clock.
Cross-court single throw there. The Spanish player was looking directly at his opponent and didn't see the ball from the left-hand side from Renault.
Vincent now changed side. He did start off on that right side, but you'd like to see sometimes when players are causing a bit of trouble for some, they like to move side, especially these wingers. They play multiple sides.
It's an interesting one, swapping a player that's used to playing one side. The peripheral vision of the player, I think, is affected, and players do get conditioned to seeing the ball come from one side. So when you're switching the player, I feel there's a real increase of injury because they're not used to seeing the ball coming from that other peripheral vision that they maybe haven't trained. But yeah. Vincent is a very flexible player and has played in many positions during his career so far, so I'm sure for him switching over so far isn't too bad.
Yeah, Megginson unlucky there. He goes for that catch, maybe fishes a little too wide, so we've evened things up now for players. 4 for Spain, 4 for France, no matter what the time left on the clock. There will not be another set, but there is only about 5 seconds left. Spain have to make that hit before the whistle goes. And they don't. The hit is made after the whistle, and that's unlucky. That would have drawn Spain up in this game, but both teams take a set point.
You would have looked there for a call from their coach to let them know how much time was left.
Yeah.
They definitely had enough time to get that throw away, but just a little bit hesitant, not realising there was only a few seconds left in that set means the game ends with a draw. Really interesting game so far. France 7, Spain 5. As we head into half-time, both teams are getting a bit of hydration on board with some water and various sports drinks. The temperature in the sports hall today has increased, so players wanting to take on as much water as they possibly can.
Yeah, actually cooler here than England at the moment, which is really a mad one for England, because normally...
That's never been said ever, has it?
Normally it's rain or warm with rain. I think highs of 36, by the way, in Brilliant. England this Sunday.
I'm sure our Australian viewers right now are loving this information.
Yeah. That's low for them. But over here, it's getting humid, like you said, a lot hotter in the hall today, a lot more supporters coming out for the weekend or on this Friday. So the heat and the humidity will rise in the hall, like you said. Definitely a key thing that a lot of teams look at in terms of nutrition, and it's one of those things that will always progress and probably never stop in terms of each country. England used to do it a lot in terms of taking that step forward in either nutrition or where they stay and sort of their lifestyle while they're out in Euros. It's something that I guess you prided yourself on.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing we really concentrated on, but I don't want to say too much. England, I think, has still got some nutritional strategies, to be honest. Not too sure what they're doing right now, but there were definitely different things that would be done pre-tournament to try and give the players that extra 5% when it's needed, especially in these hot conditions. Referee Sam getting the sweat stick out once again. I think that's been his favourite tool this weekend so far. I've got a feeling Sam's going to try and take that back in his luggage back home to England.
He's got a level 2 in sweeping degree.
In sweat stick technique. The technique is down to a key, I think, really. So again, France in that first half, just getting a slight advantage over the Spanish opposition. We saw some really good strong throws, some really good tactical decisions in those tighter games, but Spain being fairly dynamic and proving difficult to hit so far. So are the Spanish going to come out into the second half and pose France some questions, or are France going to use their experience kind of being involved with these Dodgeball European Championships for a number of years now? Are they going to accelerate into the second half and stretch their lead, or can Spain get the first win of the second half? Let's see.
And that's a good start for Spain. They picked that third ball up. It's not quite a rushed attack from that, but
yeah, Spain like to win that middle ball and then just set with themselves, which is a good tactic, meaning you're not wasting that ball and just going anywhere. You could use 2 balls in that situation, but as we've seen with other teams, that quick single ball attack can be really effective.
Yeah, and there's Alga on this left side, the high press with Renard, but nothing comes from it. 2 players have been called out for line infringement from the start, and there's a catch back. No player comes back in because they've already got 6 on court. So a 5-on-2 now. France looking to stretch the lead. A good set. The ball gets popped up. No one quite gets it. Renard gets the ball, and that is grabbed out of thin air. A great catch for Spain.
Good cover attack there from the French winger, seeing the opportunity to hit the Spanish player after they had just released. They're in that position where they just can't physically move out of the way.
And as the delayed ball comes in from number 28 from France there, a very, very good throw. Villain on that right side. He's made sure that the delay is perfect. He's the captain this weekend. And a nice split jump from Varas. That acrobatic style dodge that we see quite a lot out in Europe, but Villain gets the hit there on that.
And he's gone over the throw line, so we're now in a 1v1 situation with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, Brian, one of those names that we've seen time and time again for France. Gets behind the ball, a nice block. He does
Controlled
have 3.
play from the Spanish player so far.
He's got to track back Bryant. And he swings out the way. A great dodge. 20 seconds left. Both teams, 1 player left on court. close to a hit, but not
France
close
is still
enough.
going to have to throw in this situation here as they've got the majority of balls. Another block from the Spanish player.
And Spain will take that. That's a good result.
Really good calm play from the Spanish player, left in at the end there. Didn't rush it. Knew that the point in this game would be key. Spain still just 2 points behind France. The score is 8-6.
Spain with that middle ball, and it's a bit chaotic in the centre here. But some nice footwork brings that ball back.
France only collected one ball in that situation there, so meaning Spain have got 4 attacks from the start. Gone for different targets, but they do get one hit on Stradella.
But 1 and 2 also go out for Spain there. Renard with that gazelle-like dodge. Is that common sort of dodge when you're on your track back? You're picking both feet up at different times.
Stronger blocks from France in this game. Just making sure the balls are being put to the floor so they're not either hitting their teammates or themselves.
Close to the catch there, number 23, but he doesn't quite pick it up. Pascual there. And now 2 players down, Spain. They're going to need this set.
Another strong block in the central zone there. And a hit and catch there from Spain. Renaud is disappointed that he made the hit, but unfortunately the ball carried to a Spanish teammate to get a player back in, so now they're just 1 player down.
And it's always that catch that you're looking for.
Oh, and a catch at the back of the court from Varas.
Yeah,
Well
nice.
followed, didn't panic, and was in the right place at the right time.
Bryant just with a simple lateral movement.
I think that's what good dodgeball teams do. They don't need to do these big, elaborate dodges all the time. Just simple side steps, making sure that they're in contact with the floor. So if a second or third ball comes towards them, they can still react. And the Spanish player there just reaching for the ball outside of his catch zone, and he fumbles it to the floor, leaving just 1 Spanish player left in.
A single ball there, and he's just pressured back, and that's some nice footwork from France.
Really good game management from France there.
Yeah.
Not needing to throw, allowing the Spanish player to try and throw out the game, which meant they had plenty of players left on court to take a key win in this match, going up now by 4 points.
Yeah, it's just that bit of game time that they needed. They took the momentum even after the second half. They took the momentum in the first half after the timeout, but the second half they've taken the momentum also. Spain this time around called the timeout, and it'll be 8 minutes 6 seconds left on that clock after we resume play.
There's still plenty of time for the Spanish to get into this game, at least 3 sets to come. The Spanish will be looking to take advantage of some of the positives of their play. Their throws have been really accurate, hitting the French players out when needed. But will they be able to just take the momentum away from the French team?
So it'll be 8 minutes 23 on the clock for when play consumes. Play consumes, play resumes.
Resumes.
Consumes is maybe it's the next game is lunch. I think
that's a bit worrying when the two English commentators can't speak English, but we're getting there.
So play will resume after Sam's whistle. Sam, co-head ref for the weekend, along with Bruno from Austria. Both lovers of the sport.
The Spanish have just been winning that middle ball quite often in this match, but they haven't been winning it cleanly, meaning the French players are getting really close and just disrupting that middle ball going back to their players. Again, a cleaner win from the Spanish middle runner, meaning that Spain again get free balls at the start and take that nice and controlled first throw, but unfortunately a little bit relaxed there with the player on the left wing, just being hit out.
Yeah, a 1-for-1, and France actually pick up 4 balls from that after the Spanish player gets out in the neutral zone, and with 4 balls it's an easy hit out there.
Really strong group throw there from France as well, meaning France are 1 player up. Good standing counter from Renault again. He's played really well so far in this match.
Yeah.
Just dominating with his experience.
Yeah, applying that pressure every time. Every time they take that throw, they're looking at Renard because they know he's going to apply that pressure. But as we say that, and on his track back, he gets hit out. Can't quite take the catch. It's sometimes in that second mindset that you want to take the dodge but also pick up the catch at the same time.
And the Spanish player just dropping the ball. He thought he had it, but France get away with it and now have a 2-player lead.
That catch could have changed a lot in this set and a lot in this game. They're currently 2 sets down, and that set would have brought them only closer, and as another catch goes to be made, he drops it also.
The Spanish players are getting in the right positions, but the power of the French throws are just making it a little bit more difficult to secure the catch. But as we were talking about, that Spanish player does get a catch and out. France go with a double running counter, but go low, and the Spanish player jumps high. Does the same dodge again, but again this time manages to avoid it.
And he's called out.
Referee has called that a hit, leaving just another one-on-one situation. Good movement from the Spanish player, and the French player steps over the ball throwing line.
I can tell you right now, before Sam has even pulled the card out, he'll be carded for that. Spiking the ball. Yeah, spiking the ball is not allowed. So despite that being a set for the Spanish, they'll go into the next set with only 5 players.
Really disappointing there for that to happen to the Spanish team. Just getting themselves back in the game, and just a lack of concentration means they are down to 5 from the start.
A blue card is 1 set, so he won't be given a yellow for that because it's not endangering anyone. I believe it's just like it's more of not a warning, but a warning card. Okay. So he'll miss the next set. Spain start with 5, and this time they don't pick up that middle ball. It's hard always to contain excitement. He goes for the catch, but doesn't pick that up. Renard has been subbed out for number 15 on this right side. Spain already down to 3.
Just shows not competing for that middle ball and having 1 player in the penalty box makes a massive difference here. as a fairly new team, it's definitely something the Spanish will be learning. I think lots of teams have been there in the past, and unfortunately in this competition you learn the hard way.
Oh, and he's great 2 shots there, but a block on that left side. Holly Hurst, line ref on this left side. Northern Ireland currently line reffing this.
Stradella just getting that block away, but giving away the catch.
Disappointed. The French team have almost thrown this set away. They were 6-2 up at one point. Now it's all evened up with 3 apiece. If Spain take this set with a blue card under their belt, they'll be happy with that.
A quick shift of the player on the wing for Spain. Maybe looking for a little bit more of dynamic movement in the middle there. But unfortunately that player is hit. France take a 1-player advantage. Just under halfway left in this set. Spain with 4 balls. Releasing 2 in that situation, getting a block away and dodging over the top of the other one.
Yeah, the Spanish team have looked great in those instances. They've taken those single balls so well.
France just throwing at different targets there, maybe to stop the running counter from both wings.
Yeah, they know the Spanish are quick up the court.
And the referee's just paused time there. I think time has paused because the 4th ball has... Is it? No. I don't know why time has paused there, but play is now continuing.
Oh, Bryant, very lucky there. He's looked away for that instance, and the Spanish have tried to take the opportunity to get the hit, but don't quite find the target. A bounce first. No hit this time around. Spain.
But it goes over the line when he's gone down to his knees there. Again, a just disappointment. France now with a 2-player advantage. And they finish the hit off.
That would have been a great set for them to turn around. Unfortunately, they were 1 down from the start. It's almost that mentality that you lose straight away.
France really happy with that. A bit of a rollercoaster set. Could have gone either way, but just the experience from France there. Staying switched on just and making hits when needed. So it looks like the Spanish player was in fact given a yellow card, not a blue card. So that does mean he's out for 5 minutes, which means we won't see him return for the rest of this match. He also will serve out the rest of that penalty into the next match, I believe.
Yeah, but not in a different division.
Yes, they're only in the men's competition.
Yeah.
Correct. Just 1-player advantage for France as they look to close out this match.
I'm not sure if he was blue carded or not. It looks like maybe in the outbox there might be 3 and 1 just stepped over the line from the start. I'm not too sure. Maybe in the next set we'll be able to see that.
But made from the Spanish player. A hit and then a catch for France, meaning that they get a 2-player advantage.
That's some great dodgeball from either side. It's been a very close game. France just taking the lead in some of these sets, and that's why they're 12-8 up. And Megginson now heads to the wing. He's a lot more of a defensive player. You'll definitely see him in terms of slowing up, and you've seen it just there. He's told to hold, and that's very smart from Megginson. But none of the balls find a target.
France using kind of the walking tactic as they approach, so just slowing down the clock a little bit. The play ball can't be called in that situation as they're moving towards the opposite team. Really smart play from the French there. Again, just slowing down the play. Not throwing unnecessarily, and again walking up the court, just looking for accuracy over power.
And there you go, Megginson leading that charge again. He knows exactly when it is.
And they get the hit there.
Yeah, the hit first there. Megginson just making sure that guy on the right there is making sure that he's calm and collected. He doesn't want him running up and giving that catch away. The Spanish team are definitely taking those single balls, so no matter amount of your power, it's being picked up.
With that walking tactic there, as you saw, they walked slowly up the court. That's absolutely fine. as soon as they dummied and took a step back, that's when the referee calls the play ball, and then they have 5 seconds to release.
Yeah, no matter the result at the end of this set, this is the last set, so Spain can only bring it back to 14-10, but it would be a great result for them. This is their first men's tournament under the European dodgeball. Yeah, been a great game from both sides. France definitely taking the lead in those crucial sets, and that card in from earlier, which obviously does look like a blue card because we've got 6 back on court.
The Spanish shirts are too bright, I think, for my eyes. Trying to track some of the players here.
Yeah.
But looks like that player's not going to carry over that suspension.
Yeah.
France finding themselves 1 player up. Some strong support in the crowd from the French fans.
Always been a lovers of singing.
Spain coming together to think about how they're going to release these balls. Just a single ball attack from the right winger, and the middle player coming across to protect.
And that's a good single ball from Megginson. Unlucky on the track back, doesn't quite get the catch. Oh, and that is unreal. Behind the back.
What a play there from the French player. Cool, calm and collected, and Spanish player thought he'd got away with it, but no. A little throw from behind his back meant he got the out and didn't hit himself, which could have happened.
Yeah.
France still with the 1 player advantage as we head to the final few seconds. And there we go, France take the victory.
And what a great game we've just witnessed. One of the best games so far. We haven't actually seen France or Spain men on this court. And what a great game we've just seen in front of us. Unlucky from Spain. Definitely one of those nations that are progressing so quick. And in years to come, we'll see a lot more from Spain. France, obviously that experience from Renard early on, picked up those sets. And great dodgeball from both teams.
Yeah, what a great game. Definitely both of those performances the teams will be happy with. France will be even happier to take the points to try and secure that second spot in their group.
For now, we head to lunch and will be a 40-minute break.
Greg, are you having a separate ham and a separate cheese sandwich today? Or
That's, I believe, will be on the menu once again.
Fantastic.
As you can see on screen, plenty of celebrations, but for now, a 40-minute break. We'll be back after this lunch break with Scotland women against Netherlands women in the women's division. So for now, goodbye from me and
goodbye from me.